What's going on? All right, so we're back out here. Finally, after a couple weeks, we had a ton of stuff going on between my kids' first birthday and a kitchen reno, a house in shambles because the cabinets were wrong, etc., etc. And yeah, just trying to catch up a little bit with my family and be a decent dad. So that all said, we're back out here now and we're ready to start making some progress. Tonight's goal is to shoot a couple intros and outros for the 06. Obviously, I've been driving it. I freaking love it. It's a great car and it does more than you could ever ask of it. That being said, I really want to do an update to tell you guys how those P2M parts are doing, how the supercharger is doing, how all the stuff from Dynamic is doing, the stickers from 52. I just need to go through everybody and, you know, let you know how all the parts are doing and if they lived up to our expectation. We're going to do that tonight, and we're doing this right now. So what this is a little bit of an intro on how we were going to be changing up the channel just a little bit. What we want to do is we want to do some more vlog style videos. I'd like to upload more about some of the daily activities, what we're doing, what we're not doing, how we're doing it, whatever, and a little bit less of the, you know, only posting a video of the hardcore in-depth, you know, this is how you do a supercharger, etc., etc. So we have a bunch of videos that are in editing still. I think there's 6 or 7 of them still going through editing. And then, you know, hopefully you start seeing some more like this, where it's a little bit less edited and more kind of raw. And yeah, it's just day-to-day activity stuff. So that all being said, we have a ton of projects coming up. Got a barn find we got to go pick up, do some work to. I got a car that's been bounced around from shop to shop to shop, and it has never been completed, unfortunately. The car's absolutely beautiful, and the owner deserves to have it out. So, car's coming here, we need to tear it down, figure out what it is, what it's not, build it back up, and get it out the door for him. Luckily, he doesn't have like a hardcore timeline, so, you know, we're gonna start working on it. If it doesn't get done for whatever it is, March, when he wants to take it out, not the end of the world. So that's great. Also, we have another project that I want to get into. Good buddy of mine has a supercharged Camaro and he wants a built motor done. So we need to get that in, get the motor out, get a bunch of work done, and get it back together. This thing right here, 86. He's got a 351 for it. He's got a bunch of parts that need to go on. You know, we tried to get it done last year. It wasn't in the cards. This year, the car's running great. Unfortunately, he hasn't had a ton of time this year with his working schedule to get it out. So it's been sitting a lot this year, but hey, what do you do? And I want to get on that 68. So the 68, the exhaust on it was always the last thing that I had done. I had 6 months to build the car originally for my wedding, and yeah, it was one of those things. I spent a ton of time on everything else, and at the end of it, I needed 2 pipes that got out the back that I could run with. So that's what we got. And it never really was the best routing. It wasn't my favorite. It sounded okay, but it wasn't incredible, and I just kind of had it. So about 3 weeks ago now, I went and built an entire new exhaust system for that car. From the headers all the way back to the tailpipes, fired it up, thing sounds incredible. I couldn't be any happier with how it came out. That's great, but the car does leak oil. The brand new Mylodon pan that I have was leaking from the welds, and it's always leaked, but I didn't want to go start welding on it and lose that zinc gold finish. Some of the old cars or older hot rodder guys would know that the old zinc pans was kind of like a look that you had on the old cars, you know? So that's what I was going for. That's why I got the pan that I got. And unfortunately, it leaks on the welds. So I have no choice but to grind it down, weld it up, and lose the color. Not the end of the world, but it's something that I wasn't really prepared to do, I guess. Now that the car is really close to running and going to the dyno, I just need to get it done and be over it. I also need to get it done because I have a bunch of stuff coming in this winter that, again, is going to push that thing to the back burner, like the 06 did, like the shop did, like, you know, the kids and everything else. So in order for that car to get done so I can actually start using it, I just need to get on it, buckle down, get it finished, and move on. So, anyways, long story short, I don't know how long this is now, probably a couple minutes of me rambling and everybody's, over it. But I'd like to start uploading more videos like this to be more kind of, this is what we do and how we're doing it and whatever. And 3, we're still sprinkling the hardcore build stuff, but maybe that's only once a week or once every other week, or whenever we get a project done. Sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're slow. It is what it is. So, anyways, long story short, all that said, I appreciate you staying by and watching the channel. We are growing, but it would be awesome if the 72% of you that are not subscribed would subscribe. And it would also be awesome if everybody that was commenting kept commenting and maybe even gave us a share. So let's get back to it. Enough rambling. Let's start doing stuff because we're in the shop again.